Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a game review. Now, I know what you're thinking, this is a lunchman, we're thinking of doing comedy skits next. This is just a side project to keep you entertained until we actually get some good video footage going with all of us together. But for now, I'm just starting this out, we'll be pretty good. We're going to be reviewing Borderlands and Borderlands 2, one of my two favorite first-person RPG games. Borderlands 1, I got this for $30 a couple of months after it came out, and by a couple I don't mean 3 months. It still was like $50 when it first came out. I'm talking like maybe a year after it came out. I'm not sure why I said month, but yeah, probably like a year. Great game. It's an RPG and a first-person shooter, and that's what I really look for in a game. I love RPGs, and first-person shooters are personal favorite, like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But what got my attention to this game was that it had tons of guns, great co-op, and intense vehicles. By that I mean it just had coloration, great weapons on them, and details out the wazoo. It is a little cartoony. The graphics are really, really cartoony. It's not like Call of Duty or GTA 5 graphics. I'm talking, it's its own little world of graphics. There were times where I would sometimes wonder, geez, did they even pay attention to that one little detail? But it is a great game. Don't pay attention to graphics and don't buy it just because the graphics are bad. This was a really good game. Alright? And this is for both PS3 and Xbox 360. It had two-player split screen offline, and then it had 4-player online co-op. I loved it, and I easily give it 6 out of 10 stars, just for the reason that it had its little bits of things that couldn't really be resolved. You had 4 characters, obviously, 4 characters, and you could play as them. They didn't have detailed storylines to each of them. You really didn't hear anything about them other than little pieces of information of your character along the way. Just tiny pieces. You learn a little bit more about them in Borderlands 2 when you are different vault hunters that meets all of them. Again, for PS3 and Xbox 360. Another great game. Borderlands 2, it's one of the best games I have ever seen. Again, the graphics are a little cartoony, but don't let that get you down. The graphics, you don't even notice them while playing this. You are paying too much attention to the game. It is so addictive. And to start it out, I'm just going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Best game one of the best games I have ever played. It has way more weapons than the last one. The last one was pretty much just a bunch of guns mashed into a really good game. This is a really good game mashed in with a crap ton of guns. There are billions and billions of guns that you can pick out that it's just so much that you can't really sum it up in words. It had great offline co-op and great online multiplayer co-op. Personally, I like the characters in this one a lot better. There was a political assassin, Zero, a pretty much devoted man that didn't want to give up on his life, El Salvador, and then there was a soldier, Axton, and then the siren, aka a witch called Maya. You could customize their clothing color and also their hair and heads. That's one thing you could not do on Borderlands 1. Another great thing about this, the storyline is a lot longer. I have had this for quite a while now, and I've only beat the storyline once. In Borderlands 1, I beat it quite a couple of times, having fun, of course. But This makes you want to joy puke your face off, as it says on the back. It's addictive, pretty much. It's like something that you do not want to put down. You just want to hold on to it and play it forever. There are times where you kind of get bored of it, but then you turn off the system, 15 minutes later you're like, hey, I'm going to go loot some more stuff. It is a great thing. It was a new era of shooting, RPG, and looting. I loved it, every single moment of it. The characters, you'll find a character that you love the most and stick with it throughout. It had comedy. It focused on comedy along with the first one, and action. Lots of blood and gore. That is another thing that was pretty cool. Again, kind of cartoony, so you didn't really, the blood and gore didn't really match up too well for the cartoony graphics. But I give it a 9.5 out of 10 just for the convenience. It is an amazing game. I would seriously recommend buying this one, the first one, or both of them. This one has way more DLCs than that one. It's so fun to play. You can buy different skins and heads online. It is so cool. I promise that if you actually go out and take the time to play it, you will see that it is a really good game. You may think otherwise. You may think, well, I played it, didn't like it. That's your opinion, and that's fine. I'm not going to go pros and cons on this and be like side of my opinion. There are things that are wrong with it, and I admit that it has its moments, but it is a great game nonetheless. Tons of Easter eggs. Tons of Easter eggs. There was a double rainbow reference, and there were Minecraft creepers in one of the caves. So amazing. Now, if I were you, I would consider buying both of these. They are great RPGs, first-person shooters. Perfect for any kind of gamer out there. Alright? Both of them have bazillions of guns. Cons, I don't see any cons. I don't understand how you couldn't like them. They're great games, and it's just perfect. Again, thanks for watching. Great games on the way, right? Yes? Yes? If I were to recommend only one, I would have to say Borderlands 2. But I would also recommend buying the first one because the storyline. You get sucked into the storyline, and it makes a lot more sense when you start playing the second one. Other than that, I guess that's pretty much it. Try to tune in next time where I do a gamer rant about the next-gen consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. Nice to see you.